Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be looking at the TBD-1 Devastator by Hobby Boss in 1/48 scale. This kit, for the purposes of this review, has kindly been supplied by MRS Hobby Shop. Check out their information down in the description below in order to get this kit or many thousands of others through their online shop. Now, opening up the box, you can see here that Hobby Boss has done a very nice job of packaging this kit. And I've noticed this across many Hobby Boss releases that they tend to do a good job protecting delicate parts and or things that may, cause problems in the future. So props to them for that. Taking a look at the fuselage, you can see here we've got some nice surface detail, including both panel lines and rivets. The detail seems to be a little bit more constrained than previous Hobby Bosses kits that I have reviewed, which is a good thing. I know in the past they've had rather suffered a lot of criticism for having like very deep, trench-like panel lines and things like that. This one just seems to be a little bit more subdued, so definitely in the right direction. The quote-unquote corrugated sections all look really nice. The ribbing detail looks really good, and generally overall the finish of the plastic looks pretty nice. I can't really find anything wrong with the actual surface detail itself, and the parts seem to be generally pretty nice. Here you can get a good look at the parts for the engine, and I'm not familiar with the engine type of the Devastator, but so I can't tell if it's accurate or not, but the actual parts themselves look really nice. Cockpit detail looks pretty decent. You got switches and gauges, as well as raised rivets on the floor of the cockpit, so props to them for doing that. Additional parts here look really nice. So wing fold mechanism area looks pretty good. Torpedo looks pretty good. Nice surface detail on that. Looking at the remainder of the engine and cockpit parts, you do have a nice breakdown of parts here. The turret gun looks all right. It is not slided molded, so you will need to drill out the gun barrel if you want to have that open. Just be aware, you do get two options for the engine cowl. You get one with the cowl flaps open and one with the cowl flaps closed. Now, the molding on this does look very nice, so props to them for doing that. Here is the underside of the main wing section, and again, pretty good looking. You have rivet detail, fastener detail, as well as the corrugated detail. Open, exposed flap area has no ejector pin marking, so that's nice. This sprue has a lot of flash on it, and I don't remember seeing a lot of flash on the rest of the sprues, so I don't know why this one is different. Here are the clear parts. You do get a full set for both opened and closed canopies. The actual clear part itself is pretty nice, pretty clear. There's a little bit of distortion among the curved parts, but that's not necessary to be unexpected. I think if I had to level one criticism at the clear parts of this kit, it would be that the framing is a little soft and not very well defined. So if you were going to be masking this one on your own, I would just, exercise caution. But you do get a set of photo etch here with belts and other details. The belts, to me, look a little overscaled. Just my opinion. Decals. I haven't had great experience with Hobby Boss decals in the past. These ones, while the carrier film looks really nice, very minimal, you will notice there's a weird pitting texture in these decals, especially when you kind of catch it in the oblique light there. I've never seen that before, and I find that interesting. You do get a full set of canopy masks, so this is nice in that, like I mentioned before, the canopies being kind of soft in their detail, but you do get two options for painting. You get a pre-war and then a one after U.S. got into the war. Instructions are rather straightforward and typical Hobby Boss. You start building up the cockpit. A lot of detail going to the cockpit, including photo etch. Cockpit gets sandwiched between the two halves of the fuselage. You are provided decals for the instrument panels. Wheel wells going in, landing gear, the main wing section. You have the option of open or closed flaps. Engine is pretty detailed, including both exhaust and intake detail on the backside of the engine. You do get, here's the breakdown on how the canopy masks go on, so pay special attention to that. You do get the option of having the wings folded or extended, so again, that's nice. I'm always a big fan of options, especially wing fold options. So the rest of the build just goes through getting the stabilizers on. You have the option of doing a torpedo and or bombs. So there we go. Yeah, a few things of note. I think the photo etch seatbelts are grossly overscaled. The canopy has some slight issues. There's a little bit of flash on the kit. That said, I think the surface detail looks really nice. I think I would expect it would build up really nice. The engine actually looks pretty decent, all things considered. And like I said, I like options. So wing folds, flaps, different canopy options, those those always tickle my fancy. But yeah, so I definitely put this one on the recommend list if you're a fan of early naval aircraft. So check it out. Head on over to the MRS Hobby Shop website. Link in the description down below. See you on the next video.